We're happy to have you along on this wintry Friday night on the Niagara Frontier. Obeng-Mensah and Peyton Smith in the center jump circle. And yet another opening tip won by Obeng-Mensah. Man-to-man defense by the Stags. Luke Bumbelow running the point, goes right wing to Yao. Whip it down low. Obeng-Mensah with the catch on the baseline. Leach in the neighborhood for a double team. Back pass Bumbelow. Shot clock at 7. Kick it into the post. Saved by Harlan before it goes out of bounds. 3 to shoot. Bumbelow off balance. Triple is good. Luke Bumbelow has the Purple Eagles in flight. Niagara draws up the first play every time on game day. They didn't draw up all of those 29 and then 30th seconds, but it worked.
Yeah, I don't think that's how they drew it up, right, Todd? Wait till the last second. Bumbelow throws up a prayer, but hey, whatever, it still counts.
Leach on the right baseline, off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound, Randy Tucker. Bumbelow streaking in front of us, left to right, a whistle away from the ball, and an offensive foul is called against Harlan Obeng-Mensah.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch the matchup. Obeng-Mensah against the freshman Peyton Smith. And the first 2 trips down the court, I'm trying to see how they defend Obeng-Mensah, who's so tough down low. Smith fronted him the first trip. The second time, he was doing the same thing, and Obeng-Mensah pushed off a little bit.
It's interesting with Harlan picking up that early foul. He has been in foul trouble much earlier in the season. Here's a number for you. 4 of the last 5 games, Harlan has had only 1 foul called against him. Caleb Fields for a 3. That one no good. Rebound, Yao. He'll give it to the freshman, Ahmad Henderson the second. Ahmad, the MAC Rookie of the Week honoree this season. Second time that he has been so honored by the league. Going against Floyd, takes it down low, runner, good. Great finish there by Henderson. And again, he finds himself on the hardwood after making the bucket.
Nice job. They cleared out the lane. Obeng-Mensah and Obeng-Mensah came out of the lane. It opened it up for Henderson to make the drive all the way to the basket.
Here's Caleb Fields with it, fresh off a 33-point performance last time out, including hitting a record-tying 10 3-pointers, 10 for 18 in the win against Marist. Just the 8th in a row by this club. Fields in the paint, goes high off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Obeng-Mensah. Outlet again to Bumbelow. Skip in the corner. Randy Tucker on the catch. Cut off there by Leach. Good defense. Outlet again to Bumbelow. Tucker picks up his dribble, fires it up top. Bumbelow. Early start here by the Purple Eagles. Game's first 5 points. Obeng-Mensah with it. Was going to give it to Ahmad, but good denial defense there by Floyd. So they go the other way to Yao. Yao in the paint against Fields. Size mismatch off the window and good.
Size mismatch and a great spin move. Again, the lane was cleared out for a Purple Eagles player to drive in there, and Obeng-Mensah made the spin move, which opened up the basket for him.
Peyton Smith got double teamed. It was Randy Tucker. Be able to set yourself as a veteran.
Yeah, Fields is trying to cut off the drive, and Obeng-Mensah read it well, and decided to do the spin move there, and that's what got him into space for the open shot. Good move.
Fields had the 3, didn't pull the trigger. In the post it goes Peyton Smith off the window. Too strong, no good. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Tony Crisp, the veteran official near the top of the key, has indicated he has a foul.
Yeah, and Obeng-Mensah took it in the face there. I think he might have gotten contact in his mouth. He's checking to see if there's any blood, which it does not appear to.
Against pressure, and Fairfield will do it off makes, misses, and official reviews apparently, because they put on the full court pressure. Bumbelow breaks it. Niagara had their hands full last Sunday with full court pressure against the Iona Gales. Nearly cost them the game. Bumbelow with it now. 1 dribble up top. Ahmad Henderson has it. Picked up by Bleachmore. Ahmad goes past him, finger roll, good. Ahmad Henderson. The Purple Eagles oftentimes win points in the paint, but it's not just post up. It's Henderson taking it to the rim, and a whistle and a foul on the rebound. And this is going to be, I believe, a great start for the purple and white. Well, Obeng-Mensah, you can see him in the top of your screen, still muttering to himself about the calls going against him. Fields off a screen, high arcing 3 is good. Caleb Fields, the first bucket.
Yeah, and that's, Niagara's going to have to be fighting through screens, I'm sure, much of the evening to get out to that 3-point line. Remember, Fields is the guy that had the 10 threes the other day on Sunday against Marist. So Niagara's got to get through those screens and get to the outside to stop Fields. And when Goodine's in the game, they're going to do the same thing for him.
Yao puts it on the deck, takes it down low against Peyton Smith and gets that one up and over the freshman. A little chatter afterwards by Yao, and he has 4, 11-3 Niagara out in front. Just about 4 minutes in, the Stags have just the 1 field goal, the triple by Fields. Here he is again off a screen, stepping into a three. That one no good. Rebound battled for. It's loose in the backcourt. Ahmad Henderson comes away with it. Skip it across the floor. Luke into a three, rattles out. That one was halfway down. Here's a look at our starting lineups brought to you by UBMD Orthopedics. Tucker, Bumbelow, Henderson, Obeng-Mensah, and Obioha.
To do something to just keep that number manageable.
Substitution for Niagara. Dre Bullock is checked in. Randy Tucker heads to the sideline. Here's Bleachmore with it. Couple of ball fakes. Yao not taking the fake. Here's Leach. You got to close out quickly on all of these Stags. Entry pass to Smith. Whips it up top field. Extra pass. Floyd. The three. That one no good. Long rebound. First to Fields. Now Henderson has it. Here's Ahmad to the bucket. Layup good. And again, he ends up on the hardwood. He's got 6.
The speed of Ahmad Henderson makes a huge difference. It's not like Fields was that far behind him, but Ahmad just has that explosiveness to his game.
Niagara leads by 10. My name is Todd Callan, joined by Howard Simon. The only thing Ahmad has to do is work on sticking the landing. There's a three, no good. Ahmad Henderson with the rebound. Here he comes into the front court. Little head fake, now goes right wing Quan. Quan very productive in the victory at Iona. Coach Paulus had good things to say to us about Quan and how he matched up very well. Niagara went small for a long stretch against the Gales. Here's Yao down low, the layup no, but the foul occurred prior to jumps off the page. That first one leading the MAC in bench points, 54th in the country. They're very effective offensively. Best shooting team in the league are the Purple Eagles, just about 47%. Bryson Goodine has checked in for the Stags, as has Braxton Bayless. Henderson, a deep three is good from way beyond the top of the key. Ahmad has 9. 16-3 Niagara. Here is Floyd up top. Jalen Leach wide open, left it short off the rim. Rebound Bullock.
Hey, Fairfield is getting some good looks at three. Their shots just aren't falling right now.
There's a pass stolen. Floyd stole that one from Quan. Will take it all the way in and drop it over the rim.
Just a matter of getting hands in the pack, reading the play, reading the ball handler, and then getting hands in the passing lane.
It's a little bit of a soft pass, too, that Dre would tell you that. Braxton Bayless with it now. Goes left wing. Picked up by Floyd. Takes into the paint. Slams on the brakes. Left elbow jumper. That one no good. Weak side rebound Leach. And again, the Stags looking to go. Goodine has it. Steps into a three. Off the heel of the rim. No offensive rebound. Long shots lead to long rebounds. That has been advantage Fairfield. Well, you can get tired just watching this Fairfield team. They like to move it. There's a three at the top. James Johns Jr., and that one is swished in.
Yeah, they love to shoot the three. And again, we said a moment ago, even Goodine sprinting up court, stopping for the three. You've got to be at Niagara's got to be able to get out there, extend that defense further out. Fairfield's getting too many open looks from three-point range.
It's not like the Stags are going to, worry about a double-digit deficit. They score so quickly, just like that, 5-0 run by Fairfield. Yao left it for Ahmad. Miscommunication there. Quan will win the battle at midcourt. Quan, ball fake, takes it into the paint, whistle, blocking foul, and they're going to count the bucket. Count the. So here is Quan going for the and one three-point play. That is good. He knew it all along. 70% from the stripe is Quan Marble. He had 2 big threes on Sunday. Niagara by 11. Again, the motion offense by the Stags. Floyd, Emi Rutai Sire has checked in for the Purple Eagles. Here's Goodine with it, banging into Bumbelow. Back to James Johns, his three. That one no good. Weak side rebound, tapped to Luke Bumbelow. Niagara with the possession. They race into the front court. Luke in the corner, but it's knocked away. Good hands in the passing lane there by Floyd.
It's very effective. They're just not falling as well as Fairfield would like them to.
Quan to Emi. Emi from Australia didn't play in Iona. Back getting some first half minutes here today. Bayless past James Johns into the paint. Layup good. They will count that one as well. An and one opportunity. Bayless. He has also done great work from the stripe. How about it? 10 for 10 in the win on Sunday at Iona. He's the 3rd most prolific free throw shooter in the league at 87%. Number 1 in the league is here in this building tonight. Jalen Leach, 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound, Bullock tapped it. And he tapped it to a teammate, Quan. Here's Bayless with it. Left wing, Dre. Dre looking to attack. Back past Quan. Left wing. Ooh, Braxton thought about a three. That is virtually the same spot where he broke Iona's hearts on Sunday. Bayless in the post. Bullock, 12 to shoot. He'll bring it on harm's way. Left wing, that pass knocked into the backcourt. Niagara with 7 to shoot. Braxton knows it. Into the front court he comes. He's going to pull the trigger on a three, and that is good. And that was from the same spot that he won the game on Sunday. They'll have to stick around now. We're only in first half action, 25 to 8.
Yeah, they still have 31 minutes left in the game, so this is an easier three time.
Niagara with the steal. Bayless, alley-oop, and a two-hand finish at the rim. On a basketball to be played. Here we go. Stags with it. Goodine might want to get him on track of 2. That more of a line drive. Rebound rolls out to Leach. They did not reset the shot clock right away, but close enough. Floyd takes it down low against Bumbelow. Gets cut off. Now goes off the window. Too strong, but a whistle and a foul. That foul.
Side, maybe that will lead to some more points coming from outside the arc.
Floyd, the lefty, first free throw is good on that replay. That was, again, he is the leading assist. Just ball distributor, leads the Stags in assists and rebounds.
Yeah.
Kind of a unique combination as he knocks down both free throws.
That's a little bit of everything for them. You love having a player like that.
Niagara breaks pressure. Pass down low to Emmy, up top to Bayless. Niagara did have a 2-on-1 there, but good interior defense by the Stags. Barima Sek has checked in, the junior from Senegal. He is in the center of the paint. Bayless going at him. Goes around him. Finger roll. Good. Oh, my.
Wow. How about the little scoop finger roll and body control and Bayless's ability to get around the defender who was not in terrible position.
Bayless 6'2". Sek 6'11". You better get creative, and Braxton did, and there's a whistle up top in the foul on Randy Tucker.
He feels like he can hit any shot on the court.
Absolutely. 29 to 10. 16 fouls on Niagara. Floyd kicks it in the corner, wide open. Fields, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch for the Purple Eagles here in the first 8 minutes. Sek with it. He's looking for some help. He finds Fields. Caleb Fields takes it down low. Floater swish. Good looking move there by Fields. Yeah. Not hitting the triple, took it down low.
And a nice job to keep Bumbelow away with that left arm on the drive to the basket. Luke didn't really want to foul him. So good, strong, aggressive move for Fields.
Interesting, in this building last year, Caleb Fields was just 1 for 8 from three-point range. He has knocked down 1 today. We'll see if maybe he doesn't like the friendly rims here. In the corner, Bullock. 7 to shoot. Leaves it on the doorstep for Emmy. Tied up, picks it up off the window. No, but a foul. When Emmy spins.
Free throw line, but that's all made by Bullock and his dribble penetration and then the decision to dish the ball off.
Free throw by the lefty is good.
It's very good, Niagara and Fairfield, at sharing the ball and not looking at individual stats and setting up someone else for a better opportunity.
Emmy knocks down both free throws, and he hasn't missed all season. Now make him a perfect 5 for 5. You have to go back to the JMA Wireless Dome for his last free throw against Syracuse. 31 to 12, Niagara out in front. Goodine hopping off a screen. Purple Eagles switching defenders. Goodine takes it down low. Runner is good. He slaps his hands together looking to get on track.
Well, he can go off fast. He's a very explosive scorer. You got to be aware of that, obviously, if you're the Purple Eagles, because Fairfield needs a ton of points right now.
It has to start in the defensive end for the Stags. You mentioned when Niagara was shooting 80% from the floor. Here's Bayless. Hesitation move. Back pass Bumbelow. Lobs it down low. Caught by Yao. Going to work against Sek. Right hand floater. Good.
Nice touch. And the thing with Niagara, Todd, their offense, they're doing it all over, right? It's three-point shooting. It's drives to the baskets. It's points in the paint. It's posting up. A little bit of everything.
Johns goes baseline, and James Johns has his second field goal. They answer quickly. No time to celebrate. Coach Paul has talked a little bit about that. Look out, that one's coming our way. The Purple Eagles turn it over. Make a substitution. Ahmad Henderson checks back in. Emmy out. Quan also back in, and Dre Bullock out. James Johns now to Goodine. Goodine, good handle in the paint. Great pass down low, layup good, and the foul. Great recognition there.
Fairfield looking with a little more flow on their offense these last few sets.
Free throw is good. Well, if they can get back in this one, and we certainly know there's plenty of time and plenty of talent on the Fairfield sideline. If they do, they will show the sturdiest of jaws because they took a couple of haymakers out of the gate from Niagara. Next whistle, our under 8-minute media timeout. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Ahmad. He'll ask for Yao to set a screen. He does so. Backdoor cut, Bayless. Pass stolen. This is Floyd with it. One of the best in the country stealing the basketball. Layup too strong, but followed up by James Johns.
He just got a tee. NFL cornerback, and you could see right there, taunting. James Johns said something right after the basket was called for taunting. So 2 shots from, and then Niagara possession. That's a personal foul and a team foul.
Ahmad makes them both, and what a first half for the reigning men.
That's that. You
I'm
think?
just going with that, Howard.
Boy, you know this is why you're the veteran play-by-play guy, because of knowledge like that.
Let that marinate for a little while, Howard, before you respond.
86%. The fact that they've done it for almost 13 minutes is amazing.
Bayless to Bumbelow. That's true. It's not a couple of possessions. Ahmad fakes a 3, takes it down low. Floater on the way. Dances off the rim. Yao the rebound and a foul down low.
Yeah, how about the one-handed rebound for?
Doesn't really cause them much trouble,
right,
if you will. That'll have to hurry. Yao's free throw no good. It was a 1-and-1 opportunity after the foul was on Bryson Goodine, who has left the ball game. He has 2 fouls. He is now on Coach Casey's bench. Man-to-man defense again by the Purple Eagles. Fields triple, rattles out, rebound, Quan. That was a good look at the top from Caleb Fields. Quan puts it on the deck. A pair of 12s against Bleachmore. Pass to Yao. Layup is good, but the foul prior to Quan already has knocked in a free throw. 1-and-1, and that one is good. He has earned the back end.
How much that makes a difference, how much that really helps a team with what he brings to the court.
Free throw rattles out. The point's a good one. To cover guard 3 positions, often you need at least 2 people. Shortens your bench. Quan can get plugged into any one of those roles. The lead is 15. Floyd going to work against Henderson and beats him to the bucket.
And Floyd might have got away with a little bit of a push-off, but his drive drove Henderson backward, and that opened up the easy shot.
Remember, one of the keys for the Stags, speed up the tempo. They certainly want to do that. Bumbelow, dribble handoff to Dre Bullock, who has checked back in. Dre, a little wiggle, takes it down low, over the big man, no good. Tapped up and in, we're going to give that one to Yao. And Yao, like any veteran, will put his hand in the air saying, that was me.
But 2 guys going to the offensive glass was a big difference. Yao there with Bullock, and Niagara was in position for the tap-in.
Backdoor cut by Floyd. Getting the pass over Ahmad Henderson. Bangs into him once. Spins the baseline. There's Ahmad. Good help by Quan to block it from behind. Bumbelow has it. He sees numbers to Yao, and he slams it through.
Wow, what a look. What a pass by Bumbelow, threading the needle. We had a perfect angle on that. We were behind Bumbelow. What a beautiful pass.
An exceptional football player also, even when he went to Ball State. It could have been football, it could have been basketball. We have a foul away from the ball. It is on Jasper Floyd. There you see the block from behind by Quan. And at the conclusion of this, it will be Stags basketball. Ahmad knocks in another free throw. And to the gym today, having hit 18 of his last 20. And how about now 22 for his last 24. And Johns Jr. Again, Bryson Goodine with 2 fouls. He is on the sideline. Fields, entry pass to Sec. Big size mismatch there, goes up with the left hand. It bounces off the rim and a foul down low.
Yeah, push from behind.
Percent. Free throw is swished in. How about, you have to know.
Flashy player. I mean, he's one of the guys that just comes in and puts in the hard work. And a lot of times rebounding is simply effort and hard work. And he's able to do it for Fairfield.
Started the first 13, then came off the bench for a couple of games, but he was back in the starting lineup here today. Little more than 5 minutes left in the first half. Bayless lobs it down to Yao, going to work on Sec. Ball fake, feeds it along the baseline. Bullock able to corral that pass. Plenty of time. 8 to shoot, steps back, 3 on the way. That one no good. Dre had more time than he thought. Fields, right wing, James Johns Jr. stepping through the paint. Offensive foul on James Johns Jr. He barreled into Ahmad Henderson, who's quick as a hiccup.
Yeah, you could see it clearly. Henderson just kind of holding his ground, and definitely the contact initiated by Johns, the offensive player. I'll tell you what, Henderson, not the tallest guy in the world. He's tough, man. He doesn't back down from anybody defensively. He'll hang in there with anybody that comes at him.
Brother Rice High School outside of Chicago is where that hard-nosed freshman played. MAC Rookie of the Week winner, as we said earlier. Braxton Bayless now to Ahmad. Ahmad, as the Stags switch defenders, you see Sek, the big 6'11" player, out on him. That means the interior is open. Bayless ball fake up and under, and he's able to knock it through. Boy, Braxton went deep into his bag of tricks.
Yeah, I thought he would run out of them, actually, Todd. That's a really good job by him because it looked like that play was stopped. He was doubled. He was getting in trouble. I'm thinking kick it out, and that's when he went with the up and under.
Bleachmore, right wing. Leach gets cut off there by Braxton Bayless. A lot of fouls called here. Some of the Stags.
I mean, these numbers, they're not doing what they've done all season today, right? They're not getting a ton of steals. They're not hitting on their three
shot to shoot them back into this one. The Stags now 7 for 7 from the stripe. Make it 8 for 8 as Leach. How about this? Jalen Leach is now nearing 98% from the line. 34 for 35.
Wow.
It is breaking news when he misses. I'm sure he could tell you the miss, too.
I bet he can, yeah.
Ahmad Henderson inside of 4 minutes. Going to work against Sek, backing him down. Steps back, right elbow, and the roll favors the freshman.
How about the tiny guard going up against the big man and getting a shot over the top on him?
Legends brings us the tail of the tape early in the game. That one was 5'9" against 6'11", and a deep 3 by Louis Bleachmore.
Yeah, good job by Fields. Again, start that dribble, penetrate a little bit, and then when the defense collapses, you read it and you kick it for an open 3.
15 in the game for Ahmad Henderson. He releases the ball to Quan. Back to Ahmad, 15 to shoot. Ahmad looking to go to work again on Sek. He's by him, floater high off the rim. Good, off the backboard, then off the rim, and it drops through.
I mean, I'm not sure why Sek back-to-back possessions is guarding Ahmad Henderson. That's just, it's not a height thing. He just can't stay with Henderson's quickness.
Backing down the defender, shot on the way, no good by Leach. But the foul.
3 to go in the first half.
Excellent point, 2 steals for the Stags. Here is Leach at the line, and as we told you,
press release if this guy actually misses.
Averages just about 14 points a game. That is good for number 7. It rimmed out.
And you saw it live right here.
Wow, a missed free throw by Leach. Niagara breaking some full court pressure. Bullock has it. He looked at Lance Irving, who just checked in, but the more reasonable and cautious move was to go to the point guard, Ahmad Henderson. Zone defense here by the Stags. 2-3, first zone defense, and maybe that's because Ahmad has been so effective when the Stags switch defenders. Here's Ahmad to Quan, stepping into a 3. Good!
Well, that's one way to defeat the zone defense. Hit the, shoot it over the top, and everything's going right for Niagara in this first half.
3 triples in the last 2 games for Quan. Niagara's lead is 20.
21 bench points for the Purple Eagles, nearing their season average for the game.
Leach going to work on Yao in the corner. Bleachmore's open again from 3. No good. Weak side rebound. That is Sek. Leach has it up top. Whip pass down low. Bleachmore, 2-hand hammer. Bleachmore has 7. But Fairfield needs to turn it around in the defensive end if they're going to get back in this one. This is the highest scoring first half for the Purple Eagles this season. Bullock to the bucket, no. Offensive rebound, Yao put back, no. But he will go to the line and shoot 2.
A really smart basketball game.
Here is Yao at the line. That one no good, too strong for Yao.
And to their credit, well, obviously they weren't with 51 first half points. They've been ready from the get-go.
That one's going to have to hurry. Yao goes 0 for 2 at the stripe. That is a story in and of itself. Yao 80% from the line coming in. That'll take a dip. 90 seconds left here in the first half. Stags just looking to finish strong and get some good positive momentum going into the locker room. Leach against Purple Eagles, switching defender, steps back, 3 on the way, around and out, no good, and a whistle down low.
Yeah, I think Irving going to get the foul for boxing.
Shoot 2, doesn't get to the line a ton. He has made 5 and missed 3 of his 8 attempts. That one on the way, no good, too strong. Here is Sek, 6 feet 11 inches, and he buries that free throw, his first point of the night. Coming back from a high ankle sprain, it's been about 10 weeks since he suffered it. Isn't that always the injury you don't want to get, right?
Yeah, that's
it takes
a long
so long.
Yeah, and he's probably only about maybe 80% back now.
Yep, that's what Coach Casey said if he had to put a number on it. Bayless with it now, 10 to shoot. Up top to Emmy, goes left wing, Lance Irving. Now to Ahmad, back to Lance. Fake the 3, back to Ahmad, puts it on the deck, going to work against Fields. Leaves the pass for Quan, layup, too strong, no good. Quan wasn't sure if he should dunk it or lay it in, and he missed. Skip pass, James Johns Jr. Now to Bleachmore, had it knocked away by Irving, gets it back, finger roll, no good. Bayless the rebound. Niagara looking to go. They have numbers. Bayless, layup, no, but he will go to the line and shoot 2.
And it was the right decision at the time. I like the fact that they're still being aggressive, that they're still going to the basket. You don't want to slow the game down.
Confidence do the Purple Eagles here. 31.9 seconds left. Bayless, who had hit 11 in a row over the last 2 games, splits the pair. The whistle, Bullock in, Bayless out. Slight differential between shot clock and game clock. Although Fairfield doesn't run a lot of sets where they hold for 1, I would think there's a possession here coming for Niagara. Now, Caleb Fields showing maybe he is going to take his
Unless
time.
you just don't want to give Niagara another possession to score. So they might want to hold for 1 just to not let the Purple Eagles have a chance to have more points.
Here's Fields to Bleachmore, dribble handoff, James Johns Jr. Spinning away from Bullock, right elbow, pulls up, shot. Good, it danced through. To Bayless, top of the key. He lets it go, and it is no good. Not sure if it would have counted anyway. But 3-1 when leading at the half, trying to get to 4-1. I thought Bryson Goodine would start the second half, but he is still on the sideline, although he's getting closer to the coaches. There's Floyd, layup on the way, no good. The Purple Eagles have the same starting 5 for half number 2 that they did for half number 1. Pass inside, Obioha too strong, gets his own rebound, ball fake, layup good, and Harlan Obioha makes an immediate impact here in the second half.
Yeah, welcome back 55. All that stuff happened in the first half. Obioha played 3 minutes and was out with foul trouble.
Caleb Fields, free throw line jumper, no, he left that one short. Rebound to Tucker. I will tell you what, the first 4 or 5 minutes of this second half, absolutely critical for Fairfield. They need to make a run and get in it.
And I'm sure Coach Paulus discussed that with his team. No easing off the gas pedal. Don't come in thinking, it's 16, this game's in the bag. You got to expect a push from Fairfield. You have to be ready to go.
Yao backing down Leach. Fadeaway jumper off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound Smith, outlet Floyd. Here come the Stags. Bleachmore in the corner to Fields. Again, Floyd, then to Smith, who knocks down that triple. Peyton Smith has 6.
Yeah, not bad. The freshman big man stepping outside for a 3-point shot. Only his 5th of the season, but it's out there, so Obioha has to now respect that.
Bumbelow, left wing 3. He's got an answer.
You know, that phrase, Niagara's got an answer. That's basically been the way it's been going all night for the Purple Eagles. They haven't allowed Fairfield to make a run by going into any kind of cold streak.
Floyd rips the basketball to get Henderson off him. Whistle away from the ball.
Making a run, right?
Yep.
One team tends to miss some shots, and the other team gets hot. But Niagara's shooting 70+%. They're not letting Fairfield make a run.
Floyd's floater again. Obioha with him on the floor. He first altered Field's shot there. It led to an air ball from Floyd. Bumbelow still on the floor with those 3 fouls. I thought we might see Bayless early. Bumbelow across the floor. Tucker a 3. Good! Randy Tucker, he has a form and a style about him with the 3-point shot that is absolutely perfect. It's a video, it's a clinic on how to shoot a 3. Fields, reverse layup good. He used the rim to shield Obioha from swatting that one away. That's a veteran in Caleb Fields.
Took the words right out of my mouth on Tucker. We're right behind him, had a perfect view on that release. It was a beautiful release, and the shot was swish.
Ahmad Henderson walked the tightrope along the baseline, 13 to shoot. The lead is 19. Obioha pops out to get it. He can see over the defense, feeds the pass to Ahmad. Now to Yao, swatted away by Bleachmore, but contact.
But that extra pass creating a better opportunity.
Yao's free throw is good. He got the roll. It is a bit, but he'll try and go 2 for 2 here in the second half. It is airborne and it is good. Use the side door a little bit. Give Obeng-Mensah a dozen. The lead back up to 21. In a game earlier this year inside the Gallagher Center against St. Peter's, Yao went 10 for 10 from the stripe. Field spinning on Bumbelow. Now to Bleachmore. Fake the three against Tucker. Takes it down low and lays it in. Louis Bleachmore, this senior has plenty of game. He's got 9.
Good, strong drive by Bleachmore. You know, Tucker's hanging there with him, and he just realized he was going to take him to the basket, use his body as the shield defensively. Good, strong, aggressive move to get 2 points.
The speed of Ahmad Henderson gets him over the timeline. Maybe it's good for the Purple Eagles to play this Fairfield team right after Iona. They saw full court pressure for all 40 minutes last Sunday. Bumbelow with it now. 8 to shoot. Luke to Ahmad. He's got an open wing three. Good. He swished another one in.
There's no way he's a freshman, Todd. You're going to have to check into that. I don't buy it. He just plays beyond his years.
20 points for the freshman. Floyd around a screen. Ball fake. Too strong. Followed up and dropped in. That is Peyton Smith.
Now, they get the offensive rebound on the putback, but that's at least the third shot so far this half. Obioha has been able to alter just with his presence underneath the basket.
Niagara breaks pressure. Ahmad, that one partially deflected by Peyton Smith. Saved by Obioha. Good recognition there by Harlan. Ahmad took it against 2 players, and I think Harlan said, I might need to help out my freshman. Here's Luke with it as Braxton Bayless up off the Niagara bench. Tried to whip it in the corner, hit the backboard. Up top, Yao, 5 to shoot. Lob pass, Luke, 3 to shoot, triple. It's good again.
Nice shot because he didn't have his feet set. He had to go up to get that pass, and he kind of had to reset and then shoot the 3. So good work by Bumbelow there.
I hope this comes out right, but we talk about Randy Tucker, a perfect profile. Luke doesn't need that. Luke off balance says I'm fine, and so does Caleb Fields, perfectly executing off the screen. He's got 10. When Yao is off balance, he's fine. Or check that, when Luke is off balance, he can hit those.
Yeah, because that was not, that was not a perfect setup for him to shoot the 3 because, again, the pass was up top a little bit.
Niagara by 20. Lob pass down low, caught by Yao. Reverse dunk.
Nice job by Obeng-Mensah. He signaled that. Bumbelow saw Obeng-Mensah put up the one finger in the air, the hand up to say, let's go, lob it to me.
Determining that the layup was a little too risky, so he slammed it through. Well, you mentioned 70 points that the Stags give up, 70 to 48, and a reach-in foul on Obioha will take us to the Purple Eagles with the upper hand in this second half. Louis Bleachmore at the line. First free throw is swished in. He's got 10. He has some intensity about him as well. Perfect on that free throw. Bayless, Obeng-Mensah, Henderson, Bullock, and Obioha. Man-to-man defense by the Stags. Floyd, watch out, he can pick your pocket. Leads the conference in steals. Yao, lob pass down low. Obioha layup is good.
Well done.
One big to another.
Obioha communicated that. He's saying, pass it to Obeng-Mensah. We're going high-low, and Obioha had the position. Really good pass, really good communication by teammates, too.
Bryson Goodine, who has checked in. Last second change of mind to Bleachmore. To Fields, back to Bleachmore. He wanted that ball from the corner, and that's why.
Boy, Bleachmore's been the best offensive player tonight for the Stags.
14 in the game for Louis. Niagara by 19. In conference play, I think we said the most the Stags have given up, 81.
To Ryder.
That was the win against the Bronx. Entry pass, Obioha knocked away by Smith. Good defense there by the freshman, but nope. So 10 on the shot clock. We're ready to go. Harlan now to Yao. Niagara's got to go. Shot clock at 5. Henderson, crossover dribble. In the corner, Bayless has got to shoot it, and Braxton will not hear his teammates encouraging him. Good first half for Quan, 7 points. There is Jasper Floyd, the Tampa, Florida native. Bleachmore lets Goodine go through. Bleachmore takes it down low against Quan. Layup on the way, no good, but a foul on Quan Marble. And
defense to keep him from getting to the hoop.
you could see it on the replay. He lost control of the basketball on the way up because of the foul as that free throw settles one. There you see the production so far for Bleachmore. And that one around and out, no good. Rebound Bullock. Check that Marble. Just about 7 minutes gone here as the Purple Eagles looking for their 4th win in a row. If they get it, they'll snap an 8-game Stags win streak. Bayless with it. Hesitation move against Smith. Off the window, good.
Smart.
Again,
Yeah.
a little downshift, and
right.
then he pours it on.
And he's smart, too, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Niagara. He's smart.
A little bit. As we take a look at that stat Howard was talking about, look at that streak of games in succession.
It's really amazing. 8 straight games. Someone on the Purple Eagles has scored at least 20 points. 6 different guys in that streak, too.
2 of them did it against Manhattan. We may have 2 here tonight. Bumbelow with it up top. Shot clock at 10. Niagara's got to go. Here is Luke to Emmy. Emmy can hit that 3, but he'll give it up to Braxton. A contested 3. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound to Bryson Goodine. Goodine dribbles it to center of the floor. Diving after it is Smith. That's a good save. Fields' 3 is good. You can credit Fields with the bucket, but what a play by Peyton Smith.
Oh, that is hustle. Going on the floor for that ball that looked like a certain turnover. Goodine a little bit out of control, and that is effort, man. Nice work by the freshman.
Bayless, pass Goodine, reverse layup, blocked away by Bleachmore. Back come the Stags. Fields in the paint, layup, that one missed. Rebound, Dre Bullock.
I think he got a piece of that. Ray did.
Dre to Emmy. Emmy up top, Braxton, good catch. Niagara can bring it back out, and they will.
Now, this is the tempo Fairfield wants. Again,
Exactly.
I'm not saying Niagara should slow it down, but it doesn't hurt every now and then just to calmly set up an offense. You don't need to force things.
Here
not
is
in half
Braxton.
court. Sorry.
Spinning against Smith. Back to the baseline. Shot no good. Bullock for the rebound. It's loose on the deck. And the Stags, Floyd comes up with it. We play on 11-11 left. Floyd turns the corner. There's Bayless. Left-hand floater, no good. Rebound. Smith fights for it and gets it. Knocked away by Emmy to Bumbelow. Here come the Purple Eagles. 5-on-4 if they hurry. Peyton Smith able to recover. The freshman who said in the summer workouts, Coach Casey said that Peyton Smith changed his body. He worked so hard in the summer. He got into playing shape in the summer months, and he has been ready to go from opening night. Bumbelow to Emmy, layup, good. What a play. 2-man game.
Yeah, and Ruchasires has scored at least 20 points and 6 different guys, which speaks volume about the balance on this roster.
One thing I think about when I see that stat is Leach goes to the bucket, finger roll partially deflected, and then Bleachmore again is playing the game at the rim. So Bleachmore, a big ball game here. If Niagara continues to get that 20-20, they're really going to have to shrink that font. They're going to run out of room on that side panel.
It just keeps growing from game to game.
Niagara by 17. Marble to the bucket, and he barrels his way past Jalen Leach.
Tell you, there's one stat I want to share with you that I was just looking at in the TV timeout. Remember we talked about Fairfield? They want to push it, right? Hang on.
Goodine swishes in the 3. He doesn't need much room.
They want to push tempo off makes, off misses. They run. They have 2 fast break points tonight.
Amazing.
2 in the entire game. That's a really great job by Niagara.
The difference was 16 at halftime. It is 16 right now with 9:35 left. 11 to shoot. Ahmad Henderson, pass Goodine, floater, no good. Rebound Floyd. Floyd cradles the basketball till the coast clears. Now to Leach. Leach always in attack mode. Leaves it for Fields. Runner, no. Foul on Dre Bullock. With Thurman Thomas pregame downstairs on the lower level. Gallagher Center free throw by Caleb Fields is good. Batavia is not an autograph session. Please leave the memorabilia at home, but snap a photo with Thurman Thomas on the 26th of January. 2 free throws for Fields, and it's a 14-point game. Still a ton of time left. Will the Purple Eagles in this torrid shooting, will it relent?
Well, they're only shooting 62% in this half, Todd.
Entry pass, Harlan with the catch, put it on the deck. Now he's got it, rips it away. Fields able to rip it away. Left wing, James Johns Jr. through the paint, runner no good. Rebound, Obioha. That is good hustle by Obioha.
Right. Just think of the same thing. Made it all the way down from one end to the other.
He puts it on the deck. He went that 47 feet himself with dribbling.
Yeah, it's tough. Anytime a big guy has the ball and it goes down low like that, and you got all those guys surrounding you, that was a tough spot for Obioha, but give him credit. Hustling back down the other way to help out defensively.
Bumbelow to Bullock. Entry pass, Obioha off the window, no, but a foul. They were really trying to make.
Todd Callan night. Was that not on that schedule? Is it later?
You know what I'll say? Come by anytime. Come by our broadcast location.
And
that's tremendous.
I always wanted to do that.
Trying to go 2 for 2, and he does so. He's got good touch, does Harlan. Pretty good from the perimeter. You know, they have drills in practice where everybody shoots threes, and Harlan, he can knock them down. Goodine against Bumbelow, and an offensive foul is called on Bryson Goodine.
Yeah, you could see it for sure. He definitely pushed off, and I was kind of waiting for the whistle. And it was a little bit delayed, but it's the right call. As we take the replay, you could see he leaned in. He leans his right shoulder and pushes off on Bumbelow. You
know, it's absolutely a call. And if the whistle comes right away, I don't think there's going to be any griping from the Stags sideline. But it took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
A split second, but it just seems like an eternity. And maybe you're thinking, hey, we're moving on. Next play.
For sure.
And then the whistle came, but it was a foul. Here's Luke Bumbelow with it off the screen. They feed it to Obioha. Backdoor cut, Bumbelow layup good, and a great feed from the big man. The 7-footer with a great assist.
Yeah, that was terrific, and he zipped that ball in there, perfectly placed.
Bleachmore with the shot over Obioha, so that's different, and there is a
kick
foul. It's going to take us under 8 minutes. I think that on the press, he's very vocal, and he is very good at distributing the basketball. Now, he also picked up his 4th foul, so now he's a spectator as Randy Tucker is checked back in. Here's Goodine, baseline jumper, no good. Went after his own rebound, but it's tapped out to Bumbelow. Here's Luke in the front court. James Johns Jr. able to cut him off.
Just so you know, Obioha has a positive assist to turnover tonight. 2 assists, only 1 turnover.
That away. Niagara can certainly afford to be patient. Bumbelow across the floor to Ahmad Henderson. Ahmad 1 triple here in the second half. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound Floyd, he is looking to go. Right wing Fields stepping into a 3. That one rattles in for Caleb Fields. Exactly what the Stags are looking for.
It's a 2.
It's a 2-pointer. Make it 9 second half points for Caleb Fields. 33 last time out. The advantage at 16, just like it was at the break. Here's Bayless. Niagara showing good patience. Ahmad now to Luke. He's got an open 3. Good again. Luke Bumbelow, 4 3-pointers tonight, 3 in the second half. Whenever the Stags start to sniff a comeback, Bumbelow able to thwart it with a triple. Bleachmore traveled.
Give credit to Obeng-Mensah. He's
at arm's length. I think the Stags team is for real. It's our first chance to see him up close. You don't win 8 in a row by smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, they're shooting, Fairfield is shooting over 50% in the second half, but the deficit was so big, you had to be able to get Niagara to go cold, and they haven't been able to do that.
Bayless, right wing Tucker, he's going to step into a 3, rattles out, no good. Good pass by Bayless because Tucker was able to catch it in the shot-ready position. Floyd spinning away from Bullock, left-hand floater, no good, and Dre taps it to Obeng-Mensah. Now that's a play that Obeng-Mensah is going to get the rebound. That was great work by Bullock. On the other end, he slams it through on the alley-oop from mid-court. Bumbelow, Dre, hammer. Goodine with it. The lead is 21. Fields, step back 2 on the way. That one no good. Rebound Bayless.
You know, we have exit velocity in baseball. I need to know how long that pass was.
It was about 47 feet. He had to take off a couple more feet.
Yeah, because he was inside the line, right?
Well,
and he was off the baseline.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks for straightening that out.
It's not Rain Man, but it's close. Here's Bumbelow. Past Caleb Fields. A couple of ball fakes up top. Yeah, Niagara can be patient. Yeah. They lead it by 21.
Again, if the opening's there, take it. But he didn't see it, so wisely bring it back out and take more time off the clock.
Yao going to work on Smith. Shot on the way, no good. Saved it off of Smith. 4 on the shot clock.
Yeah, smart play by
Yao Obeng-Mensah. Peyton Smith stayed right with him.
Yeah, for a freshman on a team that's good like Fairfield, this kid's starting. That says a lot about him.
Obeng-Mensah, fade away, no good. Had to beat the shot clock. And a foul on the weak side.
The good news is Niagara still had a foul to give. They're at 6 right now, so at least it's not Fairfield going to the foul line for a 1-and-1.
Inside of 5 minutes. Stags in action Sunday at Canisius. There's Smith. Niagara failed to rotate, and Peyton Smith lays it in.
Yeah, everybody chased Goodine. You know, a couple guys went after Goodine coming around off the baseline, and that left Smith wide open.
Yao Obeng-Mensah, we talked about Obioha, who brought the ball up once. For Yao, it is very smooth handling the basketball. To Bumbelow. If you think about it, Ahmad Henderson getting good rest. The teams will each have games in less than 48 hours, Sunday afternoon. Bumbelow in the paint against Goodine. Skips it to Tucker. His 3. High off the rim it goes. Rebound, Peyton Smith. Empty trips for the Purple Eagles. Here's Bryson Goodine in the front court to Smith. Fires the pass down low. And the holding foul is on Luke.
He didn't want to do.
Bleachmore's had himself a strong game. Strong second half. That free throw left to hurry and he's short on the 1-and-1. Obeng-Mensah to Ahmad Henderson. Just called his name, and he'll take it inside of 4 minutes. A big first half for the Purple Eagles. Bullock went for the hammer. Unable to finish.
The line, and he's a freshman. So enjoy, Niagara fans, a few more years of Ahmad Henderson. He's this good as a freshman.
Dre Bullock knocks in the free throw. He will have another. It is good. He swishes that one in. 6 in the game for Dre. Niagara's lead is 21. Pass along the baseline. Goodine with the catch. Steps in for a 2, but it rattles out. No good. Rebound, Dre Bullock. Well, unless the wheels come off, Purple Eagles going to pick up their 4th win in a row. Henderson nearly had it stolen. It's in the backcourt, and a traveling violation against the Purple Eagles. Ahmad Henderson out themselves.
Yeah, the fast break points, only 4 for the Stags. Well, if you don't turn the ball over, they don't get the fast break points.
Entry pass to Smith. He'll take it down low against Obioha with the 4 fouls. Spins with the left hand. No good. And a whistle. That's a foul on the Stags for the back by Louis. Now Yao Obeng-Mensah again. He can handle the basketball so well as he crashes into
in this game.
1-and-1 for Yao. That one good. Rattles it in.
Whether it was good ball hand, never had there was no flaw in their game tonight, no opening that would allow the Stags to go on like a 20-2 run you saw Niagara go on at Iona the other day.
Exactly right. Niagara scored 17 in a row against the Stags. Obeng-Mensah comes out. Henderson comes out. And again, when you have a lead by 23, right, you think a little bit. You're not putting the bats away in the top of the 9th, but you think about conserving energy because there's a big game coming up Sunday as Fields is fouled. That one should be on Dre.
One off. No, it's not. Now you got a winning record and you're feeling good with Sienna coming in.
Free throw good by Caleb Fields. It's made that task so much tougher for the Stags. They combined for 7 points. And
Goodine averages 14, Todd.
Yep.
He's at 5 for the game tonight.
Braxton Bayless in the backcourt. Lance Irving is checked in for Niagara. Here comes the double team. Bayless keeping that dribble alive. Leaves it for Bullock, and the floater is good. Bayless, he just doesn't panic. He has such confidence in his ability to handle the basketball and find the open teammate. Coach Paul has talked about he just makes good decisions. There's a good decision by Peyton Smith.
What's really nice for Greg Paulus, you want to talk about this team has the fewest turnovers in the MAC. He's one reason why. You've got ball handlers, right? Bayless, Bumbelow, Henderson. You have really good ball handlers at all times on the court.
James Johns Jr. is checked back in. Bleachmore and James Johns Jr. split the 40 minutes. It's quite a tandem when you add up those 2 numbers. There's a pass caught by Lance Irving. Good job to give it to Harlan. 3 to shoot. Obioha's runner. That one no good. Rebound, Peyton Smith.
Yeah, I think Irving thought he might have been coming down out of bounds with that one, so touch pass it away.
Fields triple, no. Long rebound to Goodine. 2:02 left as Goodine shoots a 3 and the rebound to Obioha. Purple Eagles are going to improve to 3-2, and the Stags will see that 8-game win streak reach its end. Emi Rutai Sire and JB. Jalen Brown, the walk-on, is at the scorer's table. Obioha deep two, no good. Rolled off the rim. Coach Paulus did not love that shot, but we mentioned Harlan Ken hit that one, but don't think it was the play called. Missed by Leach, rebound Obioha.
There's not much Coach Paulus has to be upset about tonight.
Absolutely not. I think the Purple Eagles are going to take a timeout, and this will be just to quickly insert his first collegiate bucket in this building against Buffalo State when he hit a three.
And the place went nuts.
They did. JB works harder, perhaps as hard as anyone, if not harder, in practice. He makes those starters and the reserves, of which the Purple Eagles bench is the best in the MAC. They make them work hard. Here's Bullock with it. 5 to shoot. Dre in the corner. Quan, ball fake on the three. Now he'll release. Good. A little cherry on the Sunday. A triple by Quan from the corner. He's got a dozen.
I'll just have whipped cream and hot fudge on mine if you don't mind.
Nearly a steal by.
The balance on this roster, any given night, anybody can go off for this team. That's a luxury for Coach Paulus.
And a headache for the opposing coach.
Absolutely. Who do you key on?
Although Anthony Davis Jr. is also checked in. We are inside the final minute on a night that couldn't have gone any better for the Purple Eagles. Pass knocked away by Dre Bullock. One thing that I love here, a grad student, he's at the end of the bench. He's not sitting, he's not wallowing. He is encouraging these players that don't see the floor a lot during the game. These are important minutes for them. Turnaround, deep two on the way, no good, overshot the rim.
Well, you spoke to Chris Casey, the former Niagara coach, the Fairfield coach. What did he say? It's a really fun team to coach, that they're very well connected on and off the court. Fields doing that shows how connected he is.
Niagara's Quan Marble will get some congratulatory slap 5 from his teammates. And the Purple Eagles are going to win this one going away. They led it by 16 at the break. 2-1. There goes the final home.